Hey everyone out there, Paul here, and in this video we are going to discuss the play-to-earn crypto game Upland. And in this video I'm going to go over a lot of the things a lot of people don't talk about, like how to stake your Spark, how to make money on your Spark, what is Spark, where to get Spark, UPX, flipping the properties, how to earn money, and everything in between. So let's jump right in. Alright, so let's jump right into Upland. In this video, like I mentioned earlier, I want to talk to you about the things no one talks about in Upland. The how-tos, the tips, the tricks, the important things that you need to know, especially when you're just starting out in this metaverse, okay? The first thing I would say when you're just starting out, you just signed up, don't go all in right away. And what I mean by that is you don't want your net worth. And I'll show you what my net worth is over here. It's nothing fancy, but I'll show you what it is. All right, my net worth is $351,000. You don't want your net worth to reach $100,000 until you've purchased a few FSAs. FSAs are Fair Starter Act properties, which basically give newbies, starters, the opportunity to buy properties for a good price in a good city, connected to a good collection, which we'll go over in a second. So if you're just starting up and you just signed up, I recommend putting in $20 to $50 to start so that you don't hit that $100,000 net worth limit. You still have access to the FSAs, which is awesome because you get to buy properties for very, very cheap. And then grow from there, okay? Also, keep in mind, once you sign up, if you're not an Uplander yet, or a pro, or anything above $100,000 net worth, you're going to have to log in every 7 days. I log in every single day. I'm invested. I'm here. I log in every day. But if you're not planning on logging in every day, you have to update your passport. So you log in, you hit update your passport, you're good for another 7 days. If you don't do that, you're going to lose your whole account. You're going to lose everything, okay? If you're not at the 100,000 UPX net worth mark. All right. FSAs are awesome. Like I said, they're low cost. They're in good neighborhoods and good collections, and they're kind of giving you the opportunity to get in with the big guys with good properties. All right. So that's step one. That's the most important if you're just starting out, if you're just signing up. I made a small list over here, so if I'm looking down, please forgive me. I want to go over everything important, like I mentioned. We're going to go over Spark, what it is, where you get it, what you do with it, how you stake it, how you make money on your Spark, treasures, treasure hunting, how to do it, what it looks like, if I can show you, UPX, which is the in-game currency, versus the USD, visits, that's another way to make money within Upland. So I'm going to show you how to make money inside of Upland. Trading properties, buying, minting it to the blockchain. Sends, which is important for treasure hunting. And kind of how to pick a decent city to start in, okay? As of now, June 3rd, 2022, Upland is still on the bottom floor. So if you're investing now, you're still getting in on the bottom floor. They have not released most of the cities in the world, okay? Next week, I believe, or sometime this month, they're releasing Las Vegas, which is a brand new city, so that's exciting. Also, very important, if you haven't signed up yet, I would hold off until Spark Week, okay? Spark Week happens every single month. And why hold off until Spark Week? If you sign up during Spark Week, you will get Spark, okay, which you need to build your buildings. Those buildings then you can apply to make stores and sell NFTs and make money that way as well. You can rent out your Spark. You can make UPX an hour, which is really cool. I'll show you all of that. So if you haven't signed up yet and you want to, wait till Spark Week. How do you know when Spark Week is coming up? When you click on the link below, it should take you to the upland.me, and then from here you go to community, you click on news and events, and then here you'll get the calendar, you'll get all the new stuff coming up, all the stuff they're working on. There it is, fabulous Las Vegas, coming to Upland, okay? So here's all their events. And then if you keep scrolling down, you'll find the calendar. Okay, this month they're doing Genesis week instead of Spark week, it looks like, because I don't see it here on the calendar, which is okay. The Genesis week is basically the event in Las Vegas, the release of the city Las Vegas, light up challenge, and all kinds of other things that they're releasing. Cars, new Block Explorer icons, which is this. That's my Block Explorer. That's my Block Explorer icon, or logo, or whatever you want to call it. And so on and so forth, okay? So they're releasing cars, which is cool. There's a lot of stuff we're very excited about. And if I haven't mentioned it yet, Upland is the only metaverse that has signed with the NFL, all right? I'm not a big football guy. I don't really care about football. I can care less about NFL, but I'm invested in this metaverse, and if this metaverse signed with the NFL exclusively, that's big, okay? There's NFL players that are playing this, that are invested in this, and also what's cool is you could buy jerseys, you could buy hats, and you can have them signed by your favorite players, and yada, 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 okay? We're not going to go into that, but that's another cool thing that you can do here. All right, so that is if you're just signing up, okay? Let's go over Spark. Right now, I just reached my goal of 1 Spark. I'm very happy about it. There's people out there, there's big dogs with like 40, 50 Spark, which is crazy. 1 Spark cost $495 USD. So I got 1 Spark free through treasure hunting, daily check-ins, and Spark Week. So essentially, I have $495 worth of Spark in my account, and I'm super excited about it. And every day I'm growing because every day I'm finding Spark, okay? Not every day, but every so often. During Spark Week, I find it every day. So, Spark. You need Spark to build buildings, okay? And I can show you what one of my buildings look like. It's actually under construction. Right now, I'm currently in Chicago. If you hit this little pin drop icon, you'll get the outline of the city, which is going to help you when you're buying properties so that you know which city the property's in, because the collection will say, buy a property in this city. You know, own a property in that city. And when you buy a property in that city, you can put it in the collection, which we'll get to in a second. All right, so let me show you what it looks like to build a property. Here's one of my properties. And on this property, I am building a building, okay? Right now, I have all my Spark loaned out to my friend, helping him finish his property. And then once that's done, we're going to put all that Spark on this property and his Spark. And we're basically sharing each other's Spark so we can just build properties as fast as possible, okay? There's places where you can rent people's Spark, and there's places where you can loan out your Spark, which we'll get to in a second. I have all the buildings, all the 3D stuff, and everything turned off for treasure hunting reasons because I want everything just to work better. But I will turn it on so you can see what that looks like. I'm going to turn off FSA now that we spoke about that. All right, so the green properties are the properties that are owned and for sale, actively on the market. The blue properties are the properties that are owned and not for sale. And the grayed out properties, such as this one, are the ones that are available and ready to be minted on the blockchain. All right, I can click on it, and it will give me the information about the property. Okay, it costs 441,000 UPX to buy this. It is a huge property. There's a school on it. I don't know if that really means anything as of right now, but I like to buy properties with stuff on it. I can't buy this property right now because I'm not in the discovery zone of this property. My Block Explorer needs to be somewhere in the discovery zone, and then this will turn neon green and telling me you've discovered this property and now you could purchase it, okay? If I discovered a property, even if it's in another city and I'm not there, but it's been discovered, I could buy it, even if I'm not in the city. So as you can see all the buildings around, okay? There's my building currently under construction, which I'm super excited about. Where do you see your Spark? You click on your profile image right there. You scroll down, and it will show you your Spark, how much you have staked, how much you have available. Okay. Again, guys, I'm just starting this journey out as well. I'm sharing my account with you because I want you to take the proper steps. I've learned everything the hard way, and I want you to learn the easy way, all right? So make sure you watch this video. I'm going to try to make it as short as possible. So, I'm using Spark to build here. I'm sharing my Spark with my buddy to help him build his property. Let me turn this off just so it moves a little quicker. But let me show you other things you could do with your Spark besides putting it on your own property. So there's a website called UPX Spark Exchange. I'm sorry, this is the only thing I had to censor. It's an ad. It's a political ad, and I didn't want YouTube to take this video down, so I had to censor it. You're not missing anything. It's just an ad. So UPX Spark Exchange. I will put the link down below so it's easy for you to find. You link this to your account, and then you are able to stake your Spark, okay? So I can rent out my Spark. I could check out the live listings. And I can earn 25 UPX an hour if I stake on this property, okay? And that looks like the most here. I've seen it up to 60 UPX an hour. I've seen it up to 65 U. It depends on basically the person that owns this, the username, and how fast he wants his property built, right? So this is one place to stake your Spark. It's very, very easy. All I have to do is go to this property address in Detroit, and I can do that either by copying this, going back to Upland, clicking on this little icon down here, putting the property in, boom, there it is. And all I would have to do is click on the property, okay, make sure it's the same username, contribute, and then I can contribute and add my Spark, however much I wanted. It's going to tell me I don't have enough because all my Sparks are already staked. And once I do that, it'll automatically register on UPX Spark Exchange because I already signed up and connected my account, and I will start earning hourly. I have my bankroll right here. My bank logs, I think there's like 3,000 or 4,000 in there right now. And then I have all of my history right here. So that's a really cool website to use to stake your Spark. Also, there's House of Spark in Discord. And again, there's all kinds of different properties, all kinds of different projects here that you can stake your Spark on and earn some UPX. All right, new listings, so I can earn 25 here. They're nothing crazy now. Like I said, I've seen them as high as 60, 65. I probably wouldn't bother with the 25 an hour unless I have everything built that I want built and my Spark is just sitting there doing nothing, then I'll stake it. Okay, and I definitely recommend joining the Upland Discord community. You can ask people questions here, you can get help, and see basically what's coming up next. Okay, so that is Spark in a nutshell. How do you find Spark? Okay, you find Spark basically treasure hunting. So we'll go to treasures. I'll show you what that looks like real fast, and then we'll talk about treasure in a second. Okay, let's see if right here, this person found 0.06 Spark an hour ago. All right, so that's what it looks like when you find Spark treasure hunting. And we'll go over treasure hunting soon. I just wanted to show you what it looks like to find the Spark. And again, there's daily check-ins. Every single day, it asks me to check in. I check in. When I get to 7 days, it gives me Spark. Awesome. All right. I can't show you that example because I've already checked in today. So I'm sorry about that. So that's Spark. So now let's talk about treasure hunting. Okay. Treasure hunting is fun. It's exciting. It still makes my heart pound whenever a treasure comes up. Let's see, where am I? You click on this little chess piece right here, and it'll take you to your block explorer. And also, it'll zoom out to this perfect spot where you can see everything. See all the available properties, see everything you need to see. If you zoom out any farther than that, you lose the properties, you can't see it. If you zoom in any closer, it's just too close. So this is the perfect range. I just click on that, gives me the perfect range, and we're good to go. So treasure hunting. Okay, we're going to kind of touch on treasure hunting and sends at the same time. This right here, this airplane is a send. What does a send do? If you click on your block explorer and then this little airplane, you'll see I have 8 sends currently. Sends, you need your sends to move around the map, all right? While you're treasure hunting, if you want to, let's say the treasure's over here, if you want to go over here, you click on it, and it will say it will cost you 50 UPX to visit this property. All right, I can hit send and visit. I'm not going to do that because I have a web of properties. This is my treasure hunting city here in Chicago. Again, it's nothing impressive compared to the big boys, but I'm proud of it. I have a web of properties here in Chicago that allows me to treasure hunt essentially for free for the most part, because you could visit your properties for free. You don't pay yourself to visit your properties. So when I'm treasure hunting, I'll jump around from property to property of my own until I get close enough to the treasure. And that's when I'll start spending my sends. Also, you don't spend sends to visit your properties. That's when I'll start spending sends and spending UPX to find the treasure, okay? So that's why, again, it's important when you're buying your properties to also think about treasure hunting a little bit. Spread your properties out, okay? My first purchase was 3 properties on the same street only because I wanted to be part of a collection, which is smart, but not smart when you're treasure hunting, when you want to treasure hunt. Also, when you're deciding on where you want to buy your first few properties, where you want to make your treasure hunting city, I recommend doing this. Click on treasures. As you can see, there's 26 people currently hunting here in Chicago. The treasures recharge. Once you find a treasure, you have to wait 3 hours to cool down. But the treasures recharge every, I think, like, the limited's every 30 minutes, the exclusives like every hour or two, and the rares every like 2 to 4 plus hours, okay? And obviously you make more, you find an exclusive, you'll make more than you'll find in a limited. You find a rare, you'll make more than you'll find in any of the other 2 above, okay? You can click on history, you can see who found what, when they found it, how long ago, and how fast it took them to find the treasure. All right, this is important because it takes me 1 minute to find the treasure, okay? So if you look at these, this person took 55 seconds, this person took 1 minute, this person took 20 seconds, this person took 53 seconds, this person took 3 minutes to find the treasure. That 3 minute was probably a stealth, which means that the treasure doesn't give you a hint. It says hidden, so you have to get very close to that treasure in order for it to give you a hint. So those take a little bit longer to find, and that's another reason why having multiple properties is good, because you could jump around and hopefully you're close enough to the treasure to then where you can find it. So again, what I recommend is jumping around from city to city. Like I could show you Staten Island, New York. There's 0 people hunting here, 0. Okay, there's 1 active treasure right now. I can go there. I don't have any properties there, so I wouldn't go there. But I could buy some properties here and be the only person hunting. Another reason why I wouldn't do that in Staten Island is because it only has a limited treasure. And those limited treasures in that city are very low, as you can see. 35, 90, 70, 90. Not worth it, okay? If you go to a place like Kansas City, for example, okay, there's 7 people hunting. They have an exclusive treasure, which is awesome. All right, let's look at the history of the exclusive 2,000, another exclusive 2,000, right? Another exclusive 2,000. So, and then you have other treasures, the limited, you have 1,400 right here, and they vary. But what I'm saying is there's no competition in this city. 7 people hunting is nothing. But Kansas City also is very expensive. So you have to do this homework and decide where you want to buy your properties, where you want to treasure hunt before you do anything, okay? That's the homework I would do for treasure hunting. Now, there's one tool that I use for this game, and one tool only. It's awesome, okay? It's called UPXLand. Again, I had to censor this because it's a political ad, and I don't want YouTube to shut this down. So this is censored. You're not missing anything. It's just an ad. This is awesome because when I'm treasure hunting and I'm out of sends, I click over here, find my sends. I select the city I'm in, I put my username, and I hit search. And what this will do is it will find all the sends closest to my properties so that I can simply go there, pick up the send, and I'm done. And it's easy and it's fast sometimes. And I can continue treasure hunting. So, for example, I have a send 320 meters from this property. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click on my icon. I'm going to go to my assets, and I'm going to search that property. All right, when you click on your property, you have all your information here. You can send, you can sell, you can click on that, and it'll give you the treasures. I'm out of range. I have to be on my property or close to it. You could build. You can see the street view on Google, which is cool. You can see the tile, which is the ownership, and see what offers you have on it. All right, so right now I'm just going to send my guy there. And as soon as it loads, you should see the send somewhere. All right. Okay, if it's not in view, simply scroll around, see if you can find it. It's 300 meters, so it shouldn't be that far. I usually do this crisscross thing until it pops up. There it is right there. That's the send. So how do I collect the send? I have to be within my Block Explorer's discovery range to pick up the send. Okay? As you can see, my Block Explorer now is moving this direction. How do I get it to move that direction? What I do is I just keep sending it to my property over and over again. So I'll just keep sending him there over and over again until he finally moves in that direction. Sometimes it takes 100 sends. Sometimes it takes 1 send. So that's just the name of the game. All right. The send is kind of far. I'm not going to make you wait that long, so I'm not going to try to collect it. But it looks like he's moving in that direction now. So if I zoom back in, I'm going to click on my property. And it says right now with the treasure button pressed in, it says all treasures recharging. What I like to do once I have all my sends, I get 11 sends is the max I can get, okay? The max you can get. Sometimes it maxes out at 8. Sometimes it maxes out at 11. I don't understand it, but most of the time you can get 11 sends. If you have more than 3 sends, then every day Upland will give you 3 sends. If you have 0 sends, you won't get anything. So back to UPXLand.me, I can go over here. I click on treasures and select my city, and it will show me which treasures I have and when they'll be charged. So I have this open on my screen all the time. It chimes when it gets to 1 minute. So let's say the treasure starts to count down, starts at 5 minutes. Once it gets to a minute, it'll chime, and if I'm not like paying attention, it'll remind me, hey, you have a treasure coming up. So then I can jump in and start hunting for it. Unfortunately, there's no treasures active, so I can't show you what that looks like. But if you go ahead and click on treasures here, and then just click anywhere, it will, actually I can show you because I have a free treasure. Let me show you. Alright, so now that I activated my free treasure, I'm going to click on that, I'm going to hit treasures, and then there you have the indicator. That's your hint. Alright, the faster it blinks, the closer you are. The redder this becomes, the closer you are. All right, so look, it's blinking kind of slow, and I usually do this on my phone because it's just faster. Right now I have a bunch of stuff happening on my computer, so it's kind of like, oh god, what are you doing to me? So it's blinking down. I'm gonna move for free to another one of my properties. All right, it's blinking kind of slow. Slow means it's kind of far, so as soon as it loads, I'm gonna go to this one right here. And this is my free treasure. It's giving me 4 minutes to find it, or 5 minutes to find it. I don't like to spend my UPX or my sends on the free treasure, so I'll just try to get as close as possible and kind of drift that way. Unless it's super, super close and I can get it in 1 send, then I'll do that. Because each send in Chicago costs me 25 to 50 UPX. Every city is different. So once that loads, I'm just going to click on any property, because you can click on any property in your discovery range to see your treasure hint. All right. As long as it's owned. The property needs to be owned. Oh, so look, I passed the treasure. All right? You know what? Should I spend 50 UPX for you guys? All right. I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you because I love you all. All right. I'm just going to go right here. Somewhere in between the property I was and the property I'm on. I'm going to find a piece of property that is owned by somebody. I'm going to click on it. This is 50 UPX to send. You can click around. You find something cheaper. This one's 25, so I'll send it there. But if you're hunting treasure and there's competition, you don't have time for that. You just got to move. You just got to move. Because if you sit and think about it, you're going to lose that treasure. But because this one is free, this is my treasure, no one else is finding it, I can take my time. So let's see how close I got. Oh, look how close I am. It's red. It's blinking fast. So I'm actually going to find this treasure. Okay? Red, blinking fast this direction. I would normally send it over to the send so I can collect the send. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it close. So I'm in the block explorer range. Send. I'm going to spend 50 on this. Whatever. I'm about to find a treasure. Alright, let's see where I am. And again, I usually do this on my phone because it's just faster. Alright, can I get the send yet? Alright, I got the send. 2 sends, very nice. Let's see how far I am from the treasure. So close. And my block explorer looks like he's drifting in that direction, and I have a minute left. So I'm not gonna send. I'm just gonna let him find it. And I'm gonna click around as he does it, see how close I am. Ooh, look how close I am. So close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let him find that treasure. And as soon as he does, I will be back and I'll show you what that looks like. All right, so my computer was not fast enough. It lagged way too hard and I wasn't able to get the treasure. But I was so close. And it doesn't really matter because I'm glad I got to show you what that looks like. This is asking me to spawn it again for 125 UPX in another location. I'm not down, so I'm gonna go ahead and close that. The treasure is literally on the property I'm on. Just my computer wouldn't do it. So whatever, it doesn't matter. But now we can move on. That's how you find treasures. We spoke about Spark. Let's talk about collections. So when you first start out, you want to go to your collections. After you do all the homework that we spoke about, you want to go to your collections and down here select the city that you want to that you're thinking of buying in. All right, and check the collection. See if those properties are available. See how much you'll get for that. Because when you own a property, you get paid out daily in UPX. When that property is in a collection, you get paid out more daily in UPX. Okay, and the collections get real nice over here towards the end. 2 times my money. Right, in Chinatown. So if I'm just starting out and I don't have 100,000 net worth yet, and I'm eligible for the FSA properties, I'm going to be looking in Chinatown to see if there's some FSA properties there that I can buy, right? So that essentially is collections. When a city is released, when a brand new city is released, like Las Vegas, they're releasing that. After release, collection comes out a week later, okay? So it's kind of hard to buy before collections, but if you know Las Vegas, you're thinking, okay, this part's probably more famous than that part. They're probably going to want you to own some properties on Fremont Street. They're probably going to want you to own some properties on the Las Vegas Strip, yada, 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 okay? So that is collections in a nutshell. I think that's all we need to cover on that. UPX, how do you get UPX? There's several ways to buy UPX. To get UPX, to earn UPX. You can earn it by buying and flipping properties. All right, what does that look like? You can get UPX by having people visit your property. What does that look like? That looks like this. When someone visits my properties, at 2 visits right here, I get 25 UPX each, so I got 50 UPX from both of these properties. You can set your visit rate. So let me just go to one of my properties. All right, so that's one of my properties. This is the general area. Now, there's several ways to check how much my property is worth now. You can go to UPXLand. You can go to Properties, Search Properties. And from here, you can search and it'll give you every available property. So let's say I want to buy in, I don't know, Detroit. Okay. Let's say I'm just starting out. You want to go to unlocked. Doesn't matter. Let's say I'm just starting out. I want to go FSA only. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit search. And it will give me all the available properties that are FSA only in that city. And the prices, the size, everything that you need to know about that property. Whether it's in a collection or not, you'll see a tag right here. So again, this is a super powerful tool. Use it. I'll put a link below for you. So I can go here. I can click on my property. This property costs 25 UPX for people to visit. I can click on these 3 dots here. I can see my visitors. I can set my visitor rate. I can set it for all properties in the city. Not every single property I own across the country, just all the properties in the city. Or I can just set this one property. I like to leave it at 25 and go from there. So how do I find out what my property is worth? The fast, easy way is I'll zoom into my property, not too close because I want some properties around it. Then I'll click on this little building icon. And on web only, on the computer only, you'll see the USD amount. From the phone, you'll see the UPX amount. Okay, so this property, this area, we have property selling for 65 UPX, 65. This one is selling for $8. This one's selling for almost 9,000 UPX. This one's selling for $10 USD. Okay, my property I purchased for 6,100 UPX. So right now it looks like I can make either, and it's 41. So the size of it is 41 UP2s. So it looks like I could probably get around 8,000 UPX for this. So I would make about 2,000 UPX if I wanted to flip it. All right. That's the quick and dirty way of doing the math. I could zoom out further. And whatever properties you have in your screen view are the properties that you'll get listed if they're for sale on your list here. I can literally zoom out to the entire city of Chicago and get everything on this list that's currently for sale. Okay? So that's 2 ways to make money: trading the properties, sends, get paid for sends, and actually 3 ways we spoke about so far: staking your Spark. Okay? 4 ways actually in finding treasure. So those are the 4 ways of making UPX. I could list and sell this property for USD. I can list and sell this property for UPX. So really, I have the power once I own it. If you're buying FSAs, you have to wait 30 days before you can list it for sale. Okay, so I can really, I haven't registered yet to sell it for USD, but all I have to do is connect to this site and I'll be able to. I haven't got around to it yet. Or I can sell it for UPX, or I can offer someone to like offer me a trade. Maybe they want to trade a property, right? So what does that look like? If I click on any property, I can make this owner an offer. I can either offer him UPX or I can offer him a property. Okay, you click on that, and it says select which property. You can go on your list and you can pick the property you want to offer. All right, so those are all the ways to make money in Upland, and there's a lot more ways coming. Like I said, you can make and sell NFTs if you own a building and apply for a store. All right, I'll zoom out. I'll show you what a store looks like. Obviously, if you buy land, build a building on it, you'll be able to sell that property for more than you would without a building on it. All right, so these little orange dots are the stores. Upland recently made it a feature where I can make NFTs and put it in someone else's store, and I pay them royalties, which is so awesome. Okay, this is his store. I can go ahead and shop now. Okay. Or I can go ahead and list my own stuff. All right, if I click on my name here and assets, you can then see everything you own, your structures, your block explorers, your NFTs. All right. Right now I own 2 NFTs. I'm very happy about that. Cool. We talked about that. We talked about visits. We talked about collections. We spoke about Spark, treasures, flipping, trading, UPXLand, sends. That's it. We spoke about everything. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments. I will be happy to answer them. I'm sorry if this video went a little longer than expected, but like I said, I wanted to explain everything to you I can in detail so you don't make the same mistakes I made. Ask me your questions in the comments. I will answer them. But besides that, please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any more updates at all. And I will see you in the metaverse.